Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for kickoffs and kick-ons.
Yes, g'day rugby lovers, g'day footy enthusiasts, and g'day union appreciators. Welcome to KOKO, the KOKO Show. It is kickoffs and kick-ons. For another week, it's the number one spot in the world for all you lovers of schmitting it in. It's a sensual art, schmitting it in, and people all over Australia, they're leaning over to their partners and saying, hey, love, should we schmitt it in tonight? And they are schmitting it in everywhere, courtesy of two people. Well, one's a group of people, the Wallabies and Joe Schmidt. Drew, let me ask you, where are we ranked in the world now, mate?
Can you go higher than number one?
Can we...
Well, now there's just daylight behind us.
Well, those South Africans lost. So I guess it's us, daylight, and then South Africa, and then the rest. The Wallabies have been schmitting it in, and so has this show, which is why we have a headline sponsor. That's right. Polo, Ralph, Lauren are on board. They're doing a tremendous job with this show. They have a true belief behind us that we are the greatest sporting podcast in the galaxy. They kid us out. We'll get into it a little bit later. And just a reminder, it is through Maya that we've got this sponsorship on board. And you can buy your polo at Maya, www.maya.com.au, or you can stroll into any Maya store anywhere and purchase yourself a little beautiful number like the ones we're wearing today. Also, our favourite pies are back, 4 and 20. They'll be on for the quiz. The Pie Man's here. Geez, you've had a few in a row, Swoop. How many you won in a row?
It's hard to say. I've lost count.
Have you?
Tell me. Three. Pete.
Oh,
surely can't go 4.
You never know. Now, on our show today, so much international test match rugby, more than you could poke a stick into. Australia, they survived a gallant Wales down there in Melbourne. The Irish, they defeated South Africa with the last kick of the game. The All Blacks, they came from behind to chase down a valiant England, and Argentina were too good for the French in Buenos Aires, just to name a few. Lots of other international rugby contests taking place as well, and we will get into all of that in the pod. But before we do, we need to introduce these three esteemed Wallabies that I get to sit with every single week. And the theme for this week, gents,
What is it?
for the intros? Well, Georgia, we play them this weekend. Big test match for the Wallabies to schmitt it in for 3 in a row, 3-peat. And I don't know if you know this about Georgia. I know you've played with a few Georgians, but did you know it is regarded as the cradle of wine?
The cradle.
The cradle
Talk
of
to
wine.
me through that.
In Europe, it has the most fertile ground, and as a result, could grow the nicest wine.
But
they don't. But it could be the cradle of wine. So as a result, Jeds, you will be introduced this week as particular types of wine.
Oh, okay.
Are we okay with that? We all enjoy a drop, don't we, Goit? You don't mind a bit of wine occasionally?
No, I don't mind wine. I'm just trying to work out where this is going.
Ooh,
Well,
he's nervous.
you can tend to guess what yours is going to be, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Let's start
Pretty
with
bold.
our very own Cabernet Sauvignon. A Cab Sav is a very full-bodied red grape.
Sweet.
Come on. And is heavily planted in the Bordeaux region. The combination of these two grapes was accidentally discovered. That's right, it was created by mistake. Best consumed while on vacation, where it is known to be bold and spicy, and if you let it sit in a room at a party for long enough, it will develop a firm tannin. Please welcome Adam Ashikupa.
Yeah,
The
Swoop.
Cab
I
Sav.
like that. Yeah.
Full-bodied.
It's my favourite too, actually.
You like a Cab Sav?
Oh, I love a Cab Sav.
Oh, I don't mind a Cab Sav. Chardonnay. Our very own Chardonnay.
Yeah.
A dry, full-bodied white wine, often described as buttery. The grapes are known for their complexity and the fact that they are very, very, very small. Incredibly small grapes. It can be very acidic to certain people's palates. However, much like this next man, the vines tend to hang to the left.
30 degrees.
Shardy is a very cheap buy and is best consumed out of a goon box on a washing line. The goon sack, when inflated, pairs beautifully with a used sleeping bag and a French stairwell. Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Mitchell.
Butter.
Yeah.
Butter Biv.
Buttery Biv.
Cheap and nasty.
All right, finally, our very own Shiraz is known for its aging potential and is housed best in cooler climates, like Canberra. It is aged in Californian oak barrels and has complex notes of old leather, tobacco, and dried herbs. It is considered one of the more expensive wines and pairs well with any red meat. Of course, other than a big piece of New Zealand lamb, as the lamb will tell the Shiraz when it's time to go to bed and make it its bitch. Please welcome Matt Kiddo.
Yeah, Goit.
Yeah.
Shirazi.
I feel like, yeah, Tom, we need to have a word, Tom. Every week seems to be me.
Jason Shiraz.
Yeah, love it. Very good. All right, so let's get into this, gents.
Well,
Let's-
should we catch up over the last week or so? Or?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well,
Yeah.
hang on. You don't sound well.
No, I've had a hell of a week.
you okay?
I spent the last 4 days in bed.
Oh,
I
don't.
No,
Good
not.
case
And
of
it
the
wasn't
man
one
flu?
of these tantric sex things either. It was it was the man flu.
Really? Have
Yeah.
you not had your flu shot this season?
No, well, my last employment used to provide it, and I just forgot that you have to go to a doctor and get it.
Right.
And so it fucked me, to be
Really?
honest. Yeah. I just stared at the devil for 4 days and wished myself dead.
But Swoop wasn't in your room.
No, he was somewhere else being the devil, weren't you?
Yeah.
So not good. Got out of bed this morning, and so it might be a bit interesting one. I've had a lot of Sudafed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pupils are doing some crazy things at the moment.
I've got Tommy. I've told him to keep me honest today. If I lose track, if I start talking about stuff that makes no sense,
Sure.
but we'll see how we go. You gents had a much more exciting week.
We've had a busy week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam and I got on a plane, went to Singapore on Tuesday. Went up there for a little function there for Singapore Rugby, which was a great day. Thank you to Sydney for organising that. He's a great fella. And played a game of golf. It was only mild, 31 degrees, 80% humidity.
Oh wow.
Swooped through his toys at the 16th and said, I'm out. Dropped me back to the club house. He'd had
Yes.
enough.
I lose all composure in the heat. Like, I run height at the best of times. When you're sweating from every pore of your body, and the blokes in front were taking their time. We played Stableford. Not that I'm complaining about, because the course was beautiful. What was it, Tanamera?
Tanamera.
Beautiful course, beautiful facilities. Just the wrong format.
What's Stapleford?
It's when you play your
What's
own
that?
ball.
All 4 players play their own balls.
Ah,
You know, so you
Fuck
don't have
that.
that real team environment. You know, you want 4-ball
Ambrose, son.
Exactly, son. We didn't play Ambrose, but nice little dinner post golf.
Yeah, had a dinner, had a little squat off on stage.
Did you see the
Well,
squad?
well, well, let's go, first of all talk us through your swing, because you've talked yourself down as a golfer, but we've had somebody send some vision in here. Look at this very large camouflage shirt.
It's a Ralph Lauren, actually.
Is it? Beautiful shirt. And then this is a lovely swing. It reminds me of a young Sebi Ballesteros. Ready? Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, smooth.
Did you play all right, or?
No, I mean my mitt. You know, not like I'm making excuses or anything, but
Yeah.
like it was pretty hard to grip the golf
He had a
club.
sore
and-
hand.
Yeah, we didn't get into that last week. We were told. You said don't talk about the broken.
Oh,
hand.
well then we won't talk about it this week.
Okay,
either.
fair enough. Still not public knowledge.
But
Yeah.
a great day.
Okay, very good. Then we got you here, Biv. You've obviously done a bit of putting in your time.
Yeah. I'm actually, yeah. Look, just cut this off. Just there.
Yep.
So, there we go. Very good. And then finally, you just discussed this. For those of you listening, we're about to cut to a shot of you guys. This is at a... What is this, actually? You explain it to me.
We're just at the function afterwards at the golf course. It was obviously trying to raise funds for Singapore Rugby. And I don't know how we got onto this.
Well, how we got onto it was they served the mains while we got up on stage, and no one was listening. No one was listening.
That's a good try.
So I said, I've got to change tack here. Biv, I'm getting on your shoulders. Let's get some engagement.
And so he got someone else from the crowd to squat Sydney, the guy who organised the function, and we had a squat off. And poor old Clarence, he couldn't get up. It was like a 4 a.m. for him after a big night. He just couldn't get up.
Yeah.
He fell over with the bloke on his shoulders, whereas Biv.
You still got it, Biv, in those.
Yeah, that's where
Goodness
Biv
me.
is great at depth. You know, coming from deep.
Yeah.
How
What
good are you?
do you? What has he squat there? What What is a swoop? Like, I've just squatted one swoop. How much?
Oh, that's probably $1.07.
Is it?
Easy, son.
Mm.
Almost 3 digits.
Oh,
Mate, that was every one
Go
of those 3
away.
digits in that.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, big thanks to Singapore Rugby Club.
Yeah, good on 'em.
Yeah, but then I went down. We got back Friday morning, 5 a.m.
Yep.
Adam got on a flight at 1 p.m. to Melbourne to go to a Bucks party for the weekend. And I went on Saturday to go watch the Wallabies play Wales.
Fantastic. Which we'll get into
get
because
to,
you did
yeah,
something
yeah.
with them as well.
Yeah.
Nice work. Very
That
good.
was the week we had.
Yes, beautiful. Now, Goit, you not long. Your semis is it actually the semis or the finals are next
Quarters.
week. Quarters for the Legion.
Well, yeah, we call it quarters, but over here it's the conference semi. So you've got your conference like the NBA. So we're at conference semi, conference final, and then if you win those, you play off against East versus West.
and you take on Seattle next weekend, right?
We got Seattle. Yep,
Are they a good side, or will you Schmidt it in against them?
they're a very good side. Got to respect them. It's going to be a tough game in Seattle. So
But they've
I like
recently
that.
just beaten
it's
Seattle.
good fun.
Yeah, I like that. I like that
We
format.
did, but it was a different team. I
like that
They got
setup
different
because you
setup.
become champions twice. Become conference champions.
Mhm.
Go to the big dance, win that. World champions.
But you don't celebrate.
But do you really celebrate conference champions?
It's got
Seriously.
champions attached to it.
But do you remember there was that famous Kobe press conference after they won the Western Conference Finals, and all his team was celebrating. He refused, and he just stared him down and said, "Job's not done."
Yeah, that's the
Goit's
Goit, that's the Goit mentality.
Yeah, I'd say so. Whereas Swoop, you're probably more like,
Oh, that
Dennis
deserves,
Rodman.
that
He's
deserves,
Dennis Rodman.
deserves a bit of winter piss.
yeah, absolutely. Well, that's great. And the family, are they still in town, Goit?
No, so the family left Saturday. They went to Hawaii. It was like a pre-booked family holiday before I signed for Legion. So they went. I had to stay for training. But this week got the opportunity to interview Darcy, which was good fun.
Wow.
He's amazing. Like I was starstruck. It was so hard to stay composed and still interview.
He's done some good numbers for us.
Oh, he has.
Mm.
So that's Bits with Gits, which is a bit of bonus content that Gits did with Darcy Breen last week. Have you heard of bonus content, Swoop? It's a little thing that the other three of us do for the show.
Every week.
First I'm
week.
hearing of it.
Will you do one for us this week, mate?
Sure.
There you go. Yeah, make sure you get on and have a look at that. Darcy Breen, future superstar. How old's Darcy now, Gits?
25.
25.
But he said in the Gits,
Mm.
Bits with Gits, the props don't hit their prime until around their 30s. So he's got a good 5
Yeah, very
years in.
smart.
Mm.
Yeah, he's guaranteed himself. It's like those coaches that say it's a long-term process. You give yourself 5 years employment.
Yeah.
Smart from Darcy.
Very, very smart. Now, the last thing I'll get into before we, talk about rugby is the huge response to Hugo's singing
Yeah.
last week.
really?
Have we uncovered the next Susan Boyle? Is that what you would say? Very similar sort of people. Similar.
Coco's got talent.
What kind of feedback are we talking
Oh
about?
my God! He had marriage proposals. He had people offering for him just to come and look after their kids. He had people saying Christmas albums.
Christmas albums. Also for him to sing Walter Matilda at a Wallabies test.
It's now I pitched to Hugo today, and this is no pressure. Hugo's at the back of the set as always with a scowl on his face. This is no pressure on him today. I'm not going to press you at all, Hugo. I was thinking anytime the Wallabies win, he should sing an Aussie classic.
Right.
Right?
I
I'm not
like
saying today.
Well, no,
Hugo.
they won on the weekend, so he has to, yeah.
No. I've already had a chat with him because I think he's talked about taking him to the HR department, which I think is me technically. but maybe going forward, I think we all need to chat with Hugo. Not today, but
He's one of those ones, I don't want to do it. And then
do you think he
does
will?
well and just like...
Because somebody did request horses, which Darryl Braithwaite is a big Aussie track. I'm not asking you to do it today.
There's no way he'll do it. He doesn't put himself out for the group.
No, he
Ever.
doesn't, does he?
If it was,
He won't
was
do it.
Tommy, he'd do it. If it was Ollie, you there?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll
Tommy.
go right.
One hit wonder, one movie, one song.
One air conditioner.
Hey, Ol, just real quick, mate. This is our English member of our team. Ol, I didn't see that Euros game today, the final versus Spain. What happened there, mate? England versus Spain?
No, I missed it. I'll check the news, let you know. Thanks.
You sound real fresh, mate.
We got unlucky. Up the Wallabies.
There you go. Very, very good. Hey, speaking of the Wallabies, great work, Al. Always ticking us along. It is time now for our rugby roundup segment, which I think we'll rename just called Schmidt it in. The Aussies just do it again.
Too far.
Two for. Now, you were down there on Saturday in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And you did some stuff for Defender pre-match.
No, I did. I got to present the James Bevan Trophy, which Adam did the week before. So not only the Wallabies 2 from 2, but KOKO Show's 2 from 2 when presenting the trophy as well. I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Are we booking tickets to Argentina to Buenos Aires?
I think we probably should. I was accompanied by a young fella, Darcy. Not sure if that was on purpose or not, but young Darcy.
Serendipitous.
The young defender that, local junior down there in Melbourne. He and I got to deliver the trophy, and look, it was a good outcome for the Wallabies. Wales were fired up. They played some pretty good footy. Their driving maul was pretty good, it must be said. Our driving maul defence, on the other hand, not so good. But Wallabies, dug deep and fought hard to get the win and took some of their opportunities. A couple of long range tries. Filippo Dunguno.
Filippo.
Flipping hell. He's good.
Flip, yeah.
Mm.
You like that? You see what I did there?
Yeah, that was very good.
Jakey Gordon, great.
Flip it in.
Yeah.
He's going to flip it in.
Oh.
Jakey Gordon, great.
Yeah, Jakey was good.
That 100-metre try from our end. It's been a while since we saw something like that in Wallaby colours that, was that advantageous, would you say? Like playing out of your own end like that.
Chaotic.
Yeah, but like sort of organised chaos, wasn't it? Like the little chip and chase from Kellaway, the little tap.
It's
to
brilliant.
That's what it was.
Fraser.
It was chaos to begin with, playing
Yeah.
off your own line. But then Kells had put eyes up footy, saw the space in behind, put the ball where it needed to go. Good backing up. Fraser McWright, then on to Dunguno just backing up. I'm really impressed by the way Dungunu's been playing the last couple of weeks. Not just, I like how engaged he is in the game. Like he's even on when the Wallabies get awarded a penalty, he's always there. Even if he's got no intention of taking a quick tap, he's just there and he's got the ball in his hands. He's just engaged in the game, and I like that because sometimes in the outside backs you can sort of drift in, drift out of games or different, like from week to week. Last 2 weeks, been really impressed with just how present he is.
Well, that's also the Schmitty. He had a lot of positive things to say. He said it wasn't even just like the stuff that you see, like the obvious highlight things. It's just his work around the ball, getting off the wing, chasing kicks, just his effort areas. Which Swoop, you love an effort area.
I do. I mean, I didn't put too much effort into it, but I like reviewing people's effort.
Well, I mean, he got direct pay from what you just said there, Gets just chasing that kick, and Liam Williams went to throw the ball back in. He gets the bounce and gets a try. Like, you're not putting yourself in that position.
Feels like they've got some license to express themselves. We spoke about it last week, right? When Noah went for that little side kick. Yeah, it was just a little bit too in front, but, having a crack, that's what it's about. There was chaos for Kellaway just to identify the space and back himself and pull it off, but then finish with that little in the air tap back. Unbelievable.
Well, we like to praise the Ches dog on here.
Yeah,
Cheslin Colby, which is this. That's what those flip it ins were, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like it was that
Chesy areas.
Yeah, which if we can match those every week, that'd be outstanding. Now, Noah, how did you rate his second game there for the Aussies?
Oh, I think he's certainly growing into that position. It's one of those things like, last week he got a bit of criticism, and I sort of said the same sort of thing as what I'll say now is whether it's Liner, Donaldson, Lolesio, you're going to have ups and downs just because that's just where they are in their career at this level, at the international level. Then no one's been a mainstay in this level, and they're very much in sort of the beginning of their international careers. So you're going to have ups and downs, and the only way that you're going to get more consistency out of these players is by backing them and giving them the belief that they are the guy that's got the keys to steer the team around. Goit, what would you think? Just quickly before you answer that, I don't know if they'll use this Georgia game as another opportunity to maybe see a few other guys, whether Dono will get a start, not because of Noah's performance, but just because it's the last chance before going to the Rugby Championship to give a few people a bit more time in the seat. So, but just on Noah's performance, how do you think he's going, Goit?
Yeah, I thought he kicked really well, except for obviously the back end of the game. Maybe he got a little bit tired, but I thought the options he took and the way he was directing the team, it was super positive. He was playing with a lot of confidence. We had a great lead. I think up 17-0. I thought Wales showed a lot of character with that young squad, and especially being a team that's not won too many games recently, they could have just thrown the towel in, but they stayed in the fight, made it tough. But I thought it was a big improvement on the week before, and he's just going to continually improve. As you said, the more time he gets in the saddle, the more confidence he feels from the coaching group. I think the more natural he'll start to play, and he'll start to dominate test level the way he has for the Brumbies at super level. That's when you really know that he's comfortable, when he's playing the exact same way that he did in super.
Yeah, I think the last sort of key area for him in his gameplay is just to take it to the line a little bit more, take it on a little bit more. And you get that with also the combinations of Hunter outside him, whether it's Jake at halfback or whatever, just to kind of get that confidence, that understanding of knowing where your players are going to be around you. He can take the ball on a little bit more on the line. But, I mean, I think people are just at the moment pretty quick to point out players' negatives as opposed to looking at the good they do.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned Go, Goit.
Sorry, Prof. This delay, it's a killer. I thought Dono played really well, though, when he came on for that short period. He attacked the line well, even the quick tap, stuff like that, the team had license to play with. Swoop, you're talking about, it seems like they've got license. I saw the interview with our very own Schmitty there, and he was saying he would have preferred them to take the 3 points, but they took a quick tap, and he said, no, I backed them to make that decision. It turns out that was actually a good decision. Could have got them closer to the penalty, closer to the goalpost to take an easier shot. But, yeah, I think you can see even when the substitutions come on, they play with a sense of freedom and what's in front of them. They don't seem like they're thinking too much, which is a great sign that the coaches are backing them. And
just the one, I guess, thing that they need to sort of brush up on a little bit is just identifying the strength of the Welsh driving maul was one of their weapons on the weekend, but we just kept infringing in that part of the field. So both driving maul tries off the back of penalties for us, right? Whether it was attacking a guy in the air at a line out or not rolling away in a breakdown or collapsing a driving maul further out, they then take the option to go to line, put them in that area to then score the try. So it's just identifying, okay, this is a strength of theirs. How do we eliminate that? Then we'd be disciplined in that part of the field. So those little areas, that's just something that I'll identify through the week, I'm sure. And they've just got to be conscious of mind in those areas of the field to make sure they nullify some of the weapons and not put them in the areas of the field where they can actually utilise them.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but when you're watching the game, I get very nervous for the Wallabies. I want them to win because I'm Australian. I go for Australia. Do you feel an almost immediate sense of relief when they show Schmitty up in the box and he looks calm?
Yeah. Like he's your calming influence.
Yeah, and they do it really well. The director was doing it very well where it was getting tight, and then they'd cut to Schmitty and he'd just be standing watching. I'd be like, oh, we got this. Look at Joe, he's not frazzled.
Well, he's not what the normal...
So was he standing again? Was
he standing
up again, Prof?
But he had a nice lean. It was like almost he was leaning against something, like he was waiting at a bar for somebody.
Well, normally when they cross to the coach in the coach's box at Amy Park, it's Craig Bellamy. He's throwing a phone or he's banging the glass or something.
That's right.
He's not a calming influence in that regard.
No, I really like it. I think we need to see more Schmitty, maybe a permanent camera on him, just down in the right-hand side where you can watch him the whole time. Just so... Schmidt cam. Love it. Very good, Tommy. Schmidt cam. Now, you did speak about the young Welsh side who are also in a rebuilding phase. We know plenty about this Welsh team, but there is somebody who knows even more. We have a very special guest.
We do.
Man who played 95 times for the Welsh team, also played for the British and Irish Lions. I believe. Who got this guest for us? Was that you, Swoop? Did you get this one for us?
Good chance it was.
Was it?
Who was it again?
Goit? Who got the guest this week?
Yeah, well, it's not Swoop ever. So it's either me or Drew.
Yeah, and it wasn't me this week. I was trying to get Andy Powell. He got back to me this morning. I'm on holidays.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, mate. I asked you last week.
Fair enough. But, all right, our special guest, I think he's joined us. He's listening. Now, Foxy, if you are listening, Tommy likes to write a little intro. We do this every week.
Yeah.
It may be insulting, so apologies in advance. Our guest this week on the KOKO Show is half man and half dragon. Born in England to Welsh parents who finally saw the light and decided to raise their kids in Wales. This fluent Welsh speaker took the rugby world by storm when he made his debut for Wales in 2009, and from there he played 95 more caps for his country and 6 Lions matches, making him the most capped Welsh player who has a face that makes him look like a child. Didn't know that was a stat, Tom. Known for his tough ball carrying and girthy frame, this bloke buttered his bread, not just with ball in hand, but also in the bone crunching department, setting up shop in the 13 channel and smashing cowardice ball runners at will. So please welcome a man they like to call the Foxy, not because he is sly, slinky and wily, but because he looks fantastic in fishnet stockings and a feather boa. He is the scarlet centre of attention, Bancyfelin's baby-face bruiser, and a guy who seemingly got out of Welsh Rugby just at the right time. Please put your hands together for cap number 1066. It is, of course, Mr. Jonathan Davies.
Hey.
Fox.
I love that, boys. I love that introduction. I'm going to take that with me.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. What's the time there, Foxy?
Just gone 7 a.m., so not too bad. I've got a newborn baby, a 10-week-old, so I've probably been up for a couple of hours anyway.
Oh wow! What have you got, mate? Boy or a girl?
Little boy, Guy.
Oh, nice!
So,
Congratulations.
All good.
Congrats.
Thank you.
I've got to say, you're a handsome-looking fella. I mean, and
Yeah,
look,
thank
you look completely different without your scrum cap. I mean,
It keeps me under the radar, boys. I can walk around Cardiff.
I understand that, but mate, like, good-looking bloke, put it on show, national TV every time you played. 95 opportunities to show looks.
I did that once on the 2013 Lions tour. We played in Hong Kong, and it was absolutely boiling. I was like, right, scrum cap's coming off. I can't deal with this. And then played the game, got a bit of attention on Twitter at the time, and I was like, I'm going to drop the scrum cap. Next game, we played the Reds, kick off, carry the ball, split my head open. Scrum cap's back on. It stayed on ever since then.
Now,
And I wasn't good enough to goal kick to take it off like Gits. That was the thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Every goal kicker takes their hat off, gets their face in there.
Well, it's not about getting your face in there. That's how I'd prepare at training. So I wouldn't walk around in the scrum cap. So it was more just more in the zone, more professional on that. But I've got 2 questions if I could ask.
Are they related?
If you could relive, they potentially might be.
Oh.
But if you could relive one game that in your career, what would it be?
Bloody hell. I think, looking back, like the Lions tests were really special. Like they were probably like the pinnacle. But there was, when we played England in 2013, when they came to Cardiff, going for a Grand Slam, and we needed to beat them by 7, and we put 30 points on them, and where you were able to Cardiff that day was like you boys have experienced the atmosphere there. It's like no other. And I think it was like you could almost enjoy the last 10 minutes because we were so far ahead, and you soak up that atmosphere, and then being on the pitch at that time was just class. So beating England always helps as well. And that game for me, mate, that was just winning the championship when England was going for Grand Slam, boys were on fire, and set up a pretty good night to say the least, I have to say.
You got to say,
But you were going to touch on the British and Irish Lions one. That was the game that O'Driscoll, he got flicked, wasn't it? And there was a lot of media attention. And then you went out and absolutely schooled Swoop, and you guys dominated it.
Well, I wouldn't say we schooled the boys there. I think it was, honestly, that week was just carnage. We had a couple of days off. We went up to Noosa after the second test. I think Swoop scored the winner in the second test. So then Jamie was fit, so I thought Jamie's going to play 12, and then Brian's going to play 13. So I think I relaxed a bit on the Sunday, and on the Tuesday told I'm starting at 13. I was like, oh God, here we go. And there was a bit of a media storm about it, but thankfully, we won the game. And Gats on the Friday was like, "How's it been?" I was like, "Oh, it's been pretty tumultuous, to say the least." But then, literally just got the result in the end, and it's all forgotten about then, because everyone was trying to win a Test series. It just wasn't one man. It wasn't about one man. It was about like 35 boys trying to win it. That's the thing.
I've got a funny story on BOD on that test. So after the second test, which he was my opposing 13 that I played against, we had won the game and I was feeling a little good, feeling a little confident. I actually went into the change rooms to swap jerseys, thinking, he's clearly going to play next week. He'd be happy to give his jersey to me on the second, thinking that I want to get Brian O'Driscoll's one of his last British and Irish Lions jerseys. Anyway, he clearly gets dropped for someone a lot better looking, and I've actually got BOD's last Lions jersey. And no one knows about it. Well, the world does now.
Oh, I was hoping you went there, asked him, and he said no, mate.
So that's where I thought it was heading.
Well, it didn't. But since he had a crack at me from going to France and apparently cashing in, he's not getting it back.
No, definitely not.
So where is that jersey
None of us
now?
have done that.
Oh, it's in a box in storage somewhere.
Probably got moth holes in it.
So on that particular matchup, so going back when you two were against each other, who got the better of who on that day? Did anybody fold each other? Did either of you step past each other?
Well, he ran over me a lot. He'd probably, on terms of one-on-one, he certainly got the chockies, but I guess the times that the Wallabies in my era that we played against the Welsh, we were fortunate enough to win quite a few. So even though I lost the individual battle, collectively, we came out on top.
But so you're saying you won the war against Wallabies versus Wales, but he won the Lions series against Wallabies.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was at the time. It was the only time we beat the Wallabies. Like we toured with Wales the year before, and we lost all 3 Test matches. I think the second Test in Melbourne was like a last-minute penalty. The third Test in Sydney, again by 1 point. So like we always got close, but never could beat Australia. I think we lost 4 times in 2012 against Australia, and then
but it was like that through that era of, because we'd always play you guys in the last game of our spring tour in Cardiff, and I guess with that being the last test, you just go out and throw the ball, and they were always such exciting games of football to be a part of, but they were really close. And like Fox said earlier, like there's no better place to play than Millennium. That atmosphere, and the Welsh supporter, top 3 supporters in the world. I've said Fiji, the Pumas, and clearly the Welsh. And when that chant starts going, Wales, it just vibrates through your body. It's probably tough for you guys too, because the opposing teams that come there really enjoy playing there. So,
I was just about to say that, because I think like as much as it's amazing for us to have it week in, week out through a series, it's like, when you boys rock up, you're going to be like, roof's on, dry ball, let's move a ball, great crowd. Yeah. Imagine when you go to Murrayfield, it's pissing down with rain, soggy, wet field. You'd be like, oh, boys, just get me back home to the beach. So like your mindset is totally different to start with. So we'd always have that, move a ball, have a crack attitude from you boys. And it was always tough. It was always, you just knew you would move the ball so well.
Foxy, what about the current state of play for Wales? And have you had any discussions with Guts, prior to this tour down here to Australia, or what do you make of the current Welsh squad?
I think I haven't spoken to Guts. I think we're just obviously we're in a big transition. I think looking at the 2 tests against you boys, I saw quite a bit of improvement from week 1 to week 2. Like week 1, we were like really poor with the ball. We couldn't create any pressure by keeping it for long periods of time. But I gotta say, on Saturday, I think we started well, moved the ball, but we just kept kicking the ball away. I think we could have kept it for a bit longer just to keep you boys under a bit more pressure. And then it was just some of the individual efforts that you guys, the tries you scored was some good scores. But no, look, we need more time for this group to experience this loss, work together, and almost become like a small club again. Because I think that my generation, we went from campaign to campaign, and there wouldn't be many changes in the squad.
Mm.
So there was that familiarity. We knew what we were doing, and I think this group needs to stay together, come into the autumn, and just like keep working on what they're trying to do. I think they haven't fully found out their identity of how they want to move the ball yet.
Foxy, obviously we're in similar situations. The Wallabies and Wales, both in the rebuild phase. Basically, what we've learnt that's helped the Wallabies is that our show came up with a catchphrase. So we came up with Schmidt it in, and it's propelled this team on.
It has.
To new heights. I'm just wondering whether
It's the catalyst.
whether Wales could come up with something for Gats.
Go on, let's spitball.
Let's spitball here.
I feel you got something in the fire there ready.
No. I wish I had. No, now that I've said it.
He's opening it up.
Oh, that's good. Get a fats for Gats.
Wow.
No, that's not great. You can't put that on a shirt. No, but
Gats land.
Ooh. Yep.
Mm.
Maybe park that one as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought it was a pretty ordinary question. This one's going to be a
I know what you're doing there,
getting on
mate.
the front foot.
Yeah, I know.
well, would you prefer to be 15% smarter? No. What is it? 15% better looking or 50% smarter? That's it.
15% smarter, boys. Honestly.
Is that right?
Yeah, literally. I think I switch off too much. I lose control. Not control. Lose concentration far too easily sometimes. And I've got a wife. I don't need to be better looking. So if I can hold a conversation a bit better with some of these boys who, Alan Wynn's got a law degree, and when he talks, sometimes he's far more intelligent than me. So I'd probably take that, kids. What about you?
Well, it's hard. You either go to 115 or 150 for me. Would you? Surely you'd feel smart around. You'd definitely feel smart around Lee Halfpenny. He's a bit slow, isn't he?
Discount, is that what you call him?
Yeah, because only half a penny.
Yeah.
Tapping, some of the boys call him.
Yeah, nice.
And what's his uncle's name? Half quarter or something?
Quarter penny, I think.
Quarter penny. That's right.
Nickel, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Pence was just real. Pence was just I was on his stag last week in Lisbon, and
really?
Pence can't make a decision to save his life, so I think he invited like 45 people just so he just didn't have to make a cut. But no, he's good at the moment. But you know what he's like. He's just he's sketchy bloke, isn't he?
Well, he's just had a stint in Super Rugby
for
the Crusaders. Have you thought about maybe coming down and trying your hand at Super Rugby?
I'd love to give it a go. I'd definitely, the opportunity to travel. I think that's one of the best things about rugby is that it's given me a chance to see the world and to be able to live in a foreign country and play rugby. I did it in France, and to do it again wherever that may be, I would definitely consider it. No, I think that Super Rugby is pretty quick at the moment. So at 36, I think I'd probably hang in there just about. But no, it's always good to watch. Always watched it, but I think I might have. I don't want to hang myself up to dry.
Now, Foxy, I wanted to ask
where
you.
are you?
You go, Gits.
I was just going to ask, where are you at now? So what are you still with Scarlets for next year, or are you still? Is there still a chance you can play for Wales, or where are you at?
No, I think Wales has obviously been done for a few years now. I think I played my last test in 2022.
You're 95. Put your hand up. Get 5 more.
I'd love to dig in for another 5. You just think of like, I think as much as I'd love to get to 100. I think I'd trade in like 30 caps to have another Grand Slam. As much as I've technically got 100 test caps with my Lions, and like a lot of boys that say like that doesn't count. But Look, it's 95 and out. It's not so bad.
No, of course.
Probably 94 more than a lot of people think I should have had. But
Fuck them.
yeah, exactly. I got the jerseys. But no, not the Scarlet. So currently, like, unemployed or fun employment, enjoying that at the moment. And hopefully I can find a club because I'd like to play on. Because everyone tells me like you're a long time retired when you finish playing. So if I could find an opportunity to play somewhere, I'd definitely give it a go. But probably look to move out of Welsh Rugby. Definitely, that's a tough gig at the moment, boys. I have to say, we're not on a great spot, and I think it could take a bit of time to get to where we were and want to be. So it's for me, it's not abandoned ship as such, but I'm looking forward to a new opportunity.
San Diego. Do you like America, Foxy? I know a guy that plays for the Legion.
I've heard of someone that's played out there. Nonu.
That's him.
Yeah, that's him.
Jeez, that'd be nice. Gits.
No, he's too young.
Ma.
He's 36.
Fox.
Yeah.
It's not a bad midfield.
That's a
Well,
nice,
and
that's
then
a
you got
tidy little lineup.
Darcy Breen packing in.
Wow.
What a
Top it off.
sight.
I'd suggest not to go, Fox. There's a bloke who, by the name of Darren Coleman, just turned up to San Diego, so stay away.
Okay, all right. Well, why that?
Gits, you wanna?
He was a Waratahs coach this year, but we had him 2 or 3 years ago. Was it Swoop? He was our coach in
2021.
LA, 2021, and I think I think he's fantastic. Swoop, what do you want to stay away from him?
His breath.
DC watches this show. You're an asshole.
No,
Love
he's
you,
joking.
JC.
No, he's joking. Hey, Foxy, just before we'd like to do a quiz with our guests where you're the subject. But before we get into that, I just wanted to ask you, you played plenty of footy against these guys, and we like to play a game on here called Start One, Bench One, Drop One, where you've got to, between the three lads, he's already stressing.
He's already uncomfortable.
He's already stressing. So Adam
guys.
Ashley Cooper, Matt Giddo, and Drew Mitchell, start one, bench one, drop one.
This is brutal. How do other guests do this? For what now? A game of rugby or a night out? That's the question.
Well, firstly, game of rugby.
Oh, no, I'm going to do night out, I reckon.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
You can't take the easy way out.
One. Start one. I'm going to go Drew, because you scored about 3 winning tries against us. I played. You scored the winner against.
I think this is my first start.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Thank you, Foxy.
You've given me enough heartache that I want to be on the team with that. Hopefully you're scoring the winners for me. You scored one against Claremont in Twickenham in the European final, and that just killed me.
Thank you, mate.
Well done, bro.
Thanks, bro.
What a day.
Fucking love the Welsh.
Well, start, bench, and cut.
Cut. Like Swoop's your
Think
position.
strategically, though.
Is your position? Do you want to play?
I'm going to bench Gits.
Yes.
Swoop, I'm sorry.
Yes.
That try in the second test killed me. It gave me a real stressful week.
That's fair.
Nice. Now, what about a night out?
Oh, I don't know. We always used to get rumours that when the teams come and tour in Cardiff, and I'd live in Cardiff, and I'd have my day off on a Wednesday, and you always hear like, Australian boys are out with revs on Tuesday night, and you're thinking, how can they go out on a Tuesday night and then still batter us on a Saturday? And you'd be like dumbfounded. So I'm not going to answer that question again. That was hard enough doing it once. So
Just start all of us.
All 3 of them will go crack on a night out, man.
Very, very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What a
Mate, I'm
proud
really,
moment.
really, really, really
I
happy
actually
for
was
you.
sitting here going, oh, here we go again. Another dropping.
That's Absolutely wonderful. So, yes, you are the subject of our quiz today, Foxy. I'm not sure if you've seen how this works. Basically, well, let's do the sting first. Yes, indeed. 4 and 20 pies.
Get it on. Get the merch on.
That's right. 100% Aussie beef. They're the best pies for your footy season. If you're at the footy, get yourself a 4 and 20 pie. Hey, have you ever had one, Fox? Have you ever had a pie of 4 and 20?
No, I can't say I have. I haven't been dogs since 2013, so I need to get back and try one, obviously. Or send some over.
You come here just for these.
100%. They're epic.
Yeah.
And the pie, the cows are just from Australia.
All Australian.
All Australian cows, which makes a big difference in the taste of the pies. All right, this is how the KOKO quiz works. Basically, it's multiple choice. I'll ask the three boys a question, Fox, and then I'll come to you to reveal the answer. Hopefully you know the answer, and hopefully there's a bit of an anecdote attached. And then we'll go from there. Carryover champ for the, third time in a row is Adam Asher Cooper. Swoop, how are you feeling about this one today?
I got to tell you, Prof, I got a good feeling.
Good feeling. He's got a good feeling. All right, let's get cracking. Question number one. Jonathan Davies, as we know, has the nickname Fox or Foxy. It is named after the pub his parents owned in Wales. What was the pub called? The Fox and what?
I don't know, but if they want to sell it, I know a guy.
Go on, ask him.
You work for Savills, do you?
Yeah, I do. I'm in pub sales, so, you know.
Okay. A, the Fox and Anchor. B, the Fox and Hound. C, the Fox and Hog. Or D, Fox in Socks and Clocks in Smocks.
What's the location again?
It is in Wales.
I'm going to say the Fox and Hound, B.
Me
B.
too. Yeah.
B, Goit.
Yeah, Fox and Hound.
Oh, but,
Foxy.
Fox and Hound Jones.
Have you guys been there?
yeah.
A ding, ding, ding. Did you get free
we
beers?
put money in his parents' coffers.
It's a hot spot.
How were the pokies there, boys?
No, they don't have them over there.
Yeah.
Just like these little...
Digital.
What are those little machines you've got there? You can only win like £20 or something.
Fruit machine?
Machines. Yeah, fruit machine.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got also those dogs, the virtual dogs, Beef.
Oh, yeah.
We had a good crack at those.
Option, yeah. That's it.
Fantastic. Question number 2. Which one of these is Jonathan Davies' guilty pleasure? Is it A, singing and dancing to Tina Turner? B, original glazed donuts? C, strawberry milkshakes? Or D, watching highlights of Swoop folding in the centres? Who went first then? You, Swoop, you go first.
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner. Goit.
I think it's the strawberry milkshake.
Strawberry milkshake.
I was going to go that. I'm going to go the glazed donuts.
The donuts. And the answer, Foxy?
Guilty pleasure is Tina Turner, boys.
Oh,
You're
In
kidding.
the pub on a Saturday, my old man would be putting Tina Turner on the jukebox, and that was literally just my education, Tina Turner and Queen.
so good.
Is that your go-to karaoke song? A bit of Simply the Best, or?
I would no, it's not simply the best.
Yeah,
Maybe
give us
Skinny
some.
Windows or something like that.
Maybe just punch out a line or two, like of lyrics.
You got the lyrics?
You call me and you need me. My heart's on
That's the same one.
fire.
Oh,
That's that song.
Yeah, it's
What
the only
other
one
songs
on-
has she got?
isn't
but
that all
what
she
you
sang?
get is what you see, and now there's nothing more to it. Sorry.
Tiny, Private Dancer.
Oh,
We Don't Need Another Hero, which was.
Oh, yeah.
We
We don't
don't
need another
need
hero. That's a good one.
We Need Another Hero. That one.
did you hear that, Hugo? Foxy sung straight away.
Yeah.
No problem from here.
No.
Very good. Thank you.
Score check.
You
Woody
win.
Park.
Question number 3. Jonathan Davies has been vocal about who his sporting icon is. Who do you think is Foxy's favourite athlete? Is it A, Gareth Bale, B, David Beckham, C, Paul Gascoigne, or D, Tom Brady? Goit, you're up first.
So a different class.
Shit.
Football there.
Well, Gareth Bale's Welsh, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that's a trick.
Come on.
Wouldn't be Bex.
3, 2,
Brady.
I'll go Paul Gascoigne.
Bex.
Sorry, you go. Foxy, who is it?
It's Tom Brady, boys.
Oh,
Yes.
Tom Brady.
Yes.
yeah, not a bad one.
Parents went to Boston when I was a kid and got me a Patriots jersey, and then lucky enough they won 6 Super Bowls, and everyone thinks I'm a Glory supporter. Yeah, no, Tom Brady. Just the fact that he can play on till he's like, the level he kept at was always something I admired, and yeah, he seems a decent dude. Did all right for himself.
He's done all right.
Giselle didn't like him.
Before you get into the
Yeah,
next,
sorry.
before you get into the next question, just a quick reminder and recap there. So 2, 2, 1.
Can you just maybe swallow before you talk?
It's a great segment. In a Rugby World article, question number 4. In an interview,
Fucking hell.
Oh, mate, I'm off my face.
Jesus.
Just kicked in. Okay. Question number 4. In an interview, what superpower did Jonathan Davies say he wished he had? Was it A, superhuman strength, B, invisibility, C, the ability to fly, or D, China? You're up first, Biv.
I'm going to go the ability to fly.
Swoople,
Yeah, fly.
Goit.
Invisible.
Do you remember, Foxy?
No, I haven't got a clue. What this
We'll just
one.
pick one now.
I'll pick. I think I would have said invisibility.
No, you said fly. Ability to fly.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He just said it. We heard him say it.
Oh, what happens here now?
I don't know.
Do we have an adjudicator? I don't know what happens now.
Well, I guess we've
I
got to
probably
say.
said fly.
I guess we've got to go with what he's actually said because that could be misquoted.
Okay, so Goit got
It's
it
from
right.
the horse's mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congrats, Goit.
Thank you.
Question number 5. In a
Okay,
ru-
that's, okay, if that's how we want to do it. No.
Oh, no, I can just go off the majority.
Swoops has smashed a stone cold 425.
You'd be surprised. And I know they're a sponsor, and I am the pie man.
You are the pie man.
But they're amazing.
Cold.
Cold.
They're very good.
They reckon the tarts in France, they used to serve them cold. And I like them heated up, but the Frenchie think they were saying that you get more flavour when it's cold.
I don't think you can
could be
call them
onto something,
tarts
Swoop.
anymore, mate.
Okay, next one.
Yeah, very good.
Made
Question
myself
5.
laugh there. Question number 5. In a Rugby World article in 2018, who did Jonathan say he would like to be stuck in a lift with? Was it A, Tom Jones, B, Joe Rogan, C, Conor McGregor, or D, Holiday Swoop and Mai Tai Matt? You were up first here, Swoop.
It doesn't look like Foxy remembers.
Yeah, I just saw that on his face.
No.
Okay, it's going to be another one where he just picks
2018
out.
article must have been a few head knocks ago. Can't remember.
I don't know. I'd go Joe Rogan.
B, Goit.
Tom Jones.
Conor McGregor.
Let's see how you go here. Foxy, I do have an answer.
I haven't got a clue. I'd have to say Tom Jones now.
We're going to have to go with it again.
We're gonna have to. Yeah, we are absolutely. You did say Joe Rogan at the
What
time,
did
but
I say?
unfortunately for Swoop, it has. We have not spoken to Foxy. I know you're thinking the fix is in. Fix from the Fox.
Does that mean
It's
that's
not.
an unassailable lead from Goit?
It is.
Yes.
What did I
Facts.
say?
What are the facts?
Apparently you said Joe Rogan.
Did I?
Do you remember that? Would you have said that?
No way.
Would
In
you have said that?
2018,
Would you have said,
Joe
yeah,
Rogan
you
was
know what,
nothing.
Joe Rogan,
Swoop.
not a bad option?
You lost.
It would have been early
You lost, mate.
days listening to Joe Rogan. Might have been fashionable at the time.
Yep.
But I
So
don't
he's
know.
listened to Joe Rogan. Definitely the answer.
I think we have
And
to go
he's
with the
heard a
horses.
song from Tom Jones.
I think there's something happened here because he's obviously asked the Fox to come
Are
on.
there any more questions?
There's
No, we're out of questions.
Because then you've got to give it to Goit. Stay consistent.
Congratulations,
Thank
ding 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 to Goit. We're gonna have to actually draw up some rules. I think we need a proper.
Yep, no.
Oh, you're filthy.
Oh, he's upset.
You won 3
You've
in a
upset
row.
him.
How many do you need?
You've gone and upset him.
4 Pete, just, no one's ever done it before.
Oh, we'll start again.
Jonathan, Foxy, we'll let you go, mate. Thank you so much for joining us so early in the morning. It's very good of you.
Pleasure.
And good luck to Wales going forward.
No,
I guess.
appreciate it. If you want
Yeah.
us to give have a word with Ma Nonu, just let us know.
Yeah, appreciate that, boys. Would love a bit of sunshine out there. I gotta say.
Any thoughts to coming down next year?
It looks good on Gits. I have to say, it looks good on Gits out there. I gotta go. But yeah, no, appreciate your time, boys. Thank you very much.
And if you make your way down here next year during the Lions tour, let us know and we'll get you in studio.
And we'll also take you out for that night.
If Swoop will let me in the studio after today, by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's filthy. He's lost. He's just lost the quiz, and you've dropped him.
But don't worry. By tomorrow, he would have forgotten.
Fine.
Beautiful. Thank you, Foxy.
Thanks, Foxy.
Cheers.
Appreciate you, mate.
Hey, pleasure, boys. All the best.
Cheers, mate.
Right, there you go. One of the all-time Welsh greats and a champion fella. Very, very good. Hopefully they go all right this Friday against the Reds.
Well, I still would like the Reds to do really
That's a good point. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Reds pump them.
Yeah.
Don't know what I was thinking. And obviously the Wallabies, they take on Georgia on Saturday.
Georgia.
This is that's beautiful, man.
Georgia.
See, Hugo? Just sings. No complaints. Just bloody sings.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. This is going to be a lot of fun. Saturday afternoon footy at that stadium, Allianz, and we are going out there and we are doing our live show. There are still tickets available. If you go to www.kickoffsandkickons.com, you can find them. It's going to be one hell of a live show. There's going to be things you haven't seen that we've cut out of the show.
Where is the live show?
The live show is on in which room is it, Tommy? Ollie, do you know which room the live show is on at Allianz?
It'd be good to know.
It's rugby suite.
The rugby suite it is on.
It's unnecessary. Like it'll be on the ticket once they pay.
That's right. It's definitely in the stadium. But it's going to be stories that you can't really tell on the internet, which, what does that say? Because you can do whatever you want on the
There's
internet.
only a few available left, isn't
There's
there?
only a few available, that's right. So make sure you get there, buy them. It's a full drinks package.
Yep.
It's
Food.
and bev. It's the best seats in the house.
It's a double header too. Shoot Shield playing beforehand. I think
That's
it's
right.
East versus Hunter Wildfires.
Oh, how good. So you get to do that. You get to meet Holiday Swoop. We'll be heading up into Paddington afterwards, won't we, Swoop?
Should we do Swoop's hotspots for Paddington or Sydney?
Are you up for that right now?
You what?
Let's do it. Throw to your sting.
Here are my hotspots.
There we go.
You know what my hotspot is for this weekend?
Yeah.
The Rugby Suite. KOKO Live Show. If you're in
He's
Paddington,
done no prep.
No. You've done Sydney. Let's do it. What have you got?
the Rugby Suite.
Prior to it, up in Paddington, where would we go?
Well, mate, you hang out in Paddington more than I do.
It's your segment, mate.
Give me something.
Swoop's a bit agitated today, aren't you? Give us something, mate.
All right, I'll do it.
You go to Charo, wouldn't you? Hit the Charo.
Charo, yeah, that's a good shout.
You could start there and
There's
then
a good Palmer Schmitty there.
Yeah.
Start the Charo and Cross Hotel,
Charo
then make
Hotel.
your way into Paddington.
So you go to the
Maybe
Lord
the
Dudley. You got to
London.
go to the Lord Dudley. You got to have one
Darts,
there.
there's
at
so
the
many good
bar.
options.
Yeah, and
Paddington Inn,
then I'd walk
Imperial,
down to the 4 in
The
hand.
Olympic.
Oh, the Light Brigade,
Then
Light
yeah,
Brigade.
head back up,
Top
go
two
London.
rooftop.
Paddo Inn.
Paddo Inn, then go up to the Light Brigade.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then down to the Olympic.
Yeah. Then back up
Maybe
to
backtrack
Imperial.
to 4 in hand.
Then I'd get a time machine, go back to the Grand National in 2010.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
You really want to spice it up?
Yeah.
Is it Fred's?
And then go to the Rugby Suite.
Yeah, that's one.
Throw to your sting.
That's my hotspots.
I think it was definitely your best one.
Thank you.
Black Ferns, they defeated the Wallaroos 62 to blot. Up there in Ballymore. It was unfortunately the game was kind of done in the first 10 minutes. Caitlin Vaha Akolo, 4 tries.
4 tries on the wing.
In a dominant win. Biv, what does this mean for the Wallaroos?
It means there's still plenty of work to be done. Eva Kapani was held up at one point. Very close to getting a try for the Wallaroos, but I think it's just like the basic skills, ball in hands, the offload game, the support lines, and just the identification of where the space was, getting the ball there, and just some handy plays. Good with little kicks in behind too. A couple, the fullback for the Black Ferns, sorry, the name escapes me. Yeah, Renee Holmes, she put a kick through for Ruby Tui. They got some class across that whole Black Ferns side, and look, it's just one of those things. You just got to take your licks, and the girls got to push forward and just keep working.
There you go. It's can be a very cruel game sometimes, rugby union, can't it? Don't know what I'm saying there.
Sort of fair.
I am off my face. Okay, hey, just a reminder, we do have a headline sponsor. Polo, Ralph Lauren they're on board and they're buoying us. They're building this show up. It's going very well, and it means it's time for our sponsored segment that we do. Sorry. Fuck. Yes, match fit. Do you want me to do another throw? You
No,
go with
that's
that.
good. Keep it in.
Okay, there you go. Match fit. Yes, that's right. Polo, Ralph Lauren. Let's start with you, Goit, with this lovely little orange and brown rugger bugger number. Wow. It's lovely.
I'd say olive, orange
Is it?
and olive. Yeah.
Sorry, that's...
There's so much rugby going on at the moment that I thought I want to be a part of it. So I threw on this. I've gone with the rugby jersey, and I've paired it with the denim jeans.
Oh, good pairing.
Jeez, wow.
And good peach.
Yeah.
Lovely peach.
Yeah, it's a nice peach. It's lovely. It's comfortable. It's probably too comfortable because it's quite late here at the moment, and I'm getting very sleepy because of this jersey. So, durability, Swoop.
Give me a look. Jeez.
Oh,
We don't stand a chance.
No.
You could wear this. You could wear this spelunking. It get caught on a rock, and I reckon the rock would fall with you. It's that strong.
Yeah. Well, it is. I think they do the Polo spelunking range. I think that is available in that now online because they do that exact color in a wetsuit. So when you're going in the icy caves, would you wear it anywhere else other than spelunking?
Potentially zorbing. If I was the zorb, I zorbed on the weekend actually. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. As soon as the family went, I zorbed down a couple of hills. Other than that, cooking a barbecue, I think this would be perfect.
Yeah.
Especially if you get a bit of that fat shooting off the pan onto this olive colour, you won't see a thing. So barbecuing would be lovely.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Love it. All right, Swoop. What have you gone for?
Similar to Gets, just so much rugby. I just woke up this morning and just wanted to wear rugby. So I've gone with the nice little light blue and dark blue striped Polo Ralph Lauren rugby number.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. I feel beautiful.
You look durable.
Yep, durable works.
And where would you wear it?
Apart from spelunking, maybe canoodling.
Ooh.
Where do you canoodle?
Isn't canoodling like...
Yeah, anywhere with anyone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so many questions.
so many questions.
Yeah.
And look, look, I've run this thing through the ringer today to test durability. Just didn't move.
Really?
Yep.
Bloody hell. And you, Drew?
I've also gone for the little rugger bugger number. Yeah, it's a bit of a rah-rah jersey. You know?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is nice. I'm going to put this out there. Notice that the three of us are wearing a rugger jersey, but all three have white collars. And Ralph Lauren have been doing it for a very long time, but guess who started doing it? The All Blacks.
They're unbelievable.
Just saying.
It looks good on you. Where would you wear that?
I'd wear it. I'd wear it anywhere. I'd wear it to grassroots footy.
Yep.
I'd wear it to meetings.
Yep.
Corporate meetings.
I don't want to tell you where to wear it, but I think that would be amazing if you were in a maze.
If I was in a maze.
Just, like at the fair, you go through those mirror mazes.
Oh, yeah.
Because you'd see it like that many different times. I'd be like, that jerseys everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
And more visibility.
Yeah.
It's only a good thing with one of these.
Wonderful. And it's durable, the cotton?
Oh, it's so durable.
Okay.
And good thing I like a little bit of detail. My logo on the
I
arm.
love that. That's very good. And to finish, I've got the plaid on.
Yeah.
And I've
Scottish.
Gone for it is I. And I've gone for the 3/4 roll. Okay. Och no. Get
Fuck.
Actually,
Yeah.
Sorry, just really. Oh no, we'll do it after this segment.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I would wear it, obviously, spelunking and parkour. I've done a lot of parkour in this.
Yeah.
That's how I got into the building today.
I reckon you'd wear that to an art gallery as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
could we film that parkour?
Yeah, me getting into the studio
Yeah.
here. Yeah, we can do that. Do you do much
Great.
parkouring in San Diego? Big for parkouring in San Diego.
It's big, but I wouldn't risk it with those jeans.
Oh,
Just because
okay.
I fall over a bit and I don't want to ruin them.
Mm.
Did you didn't get to the Copper final today, did you, kids?
It was in Miami. No, unfortunately, I didn't get there. And it was very delayed. Did you see the fans rushing through
Yeah.
there?
Riding.
No.
Yeah.
geez.
That happened at one of your games in Chicago, didn't it, Goit?
Well, pre-game, yeah. It happened at a festival. Our game, we're welcoming. We're saying, come in. They're trying to keep everyone out.
Very good. There it was. Match fit. That segment gets better and better every week. Big thanks to Polo, Ralph, Lauren. Yes. So if you want to find us, kickoffs, kick-ons, everywhere except for YouTube, kick-offs and kick-ons.
Suitor.
Yeah, I know. Our Insta is stalled a touch. I want you to get on there. I want you to like and subscribe. I want you to follow us. Do whatever you got to do on Insta. We need to build and build and build. We're at 18.7, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
YouTube's flying. We're up to 30,000.
Oh, did we hit over?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
absolutely
Thank you.
flying. Yeah, which in 6 months is pretty unheard of.
Is it?
Yeah, unless you're
I hadn't heard it before.
good show like this. I haven't heard of it. So yeah, thank you for all of that. Also merch, there is stuff still available. www.kickoffskickons.com.au. There's all the black tees, white tees. These things. Did you see they arrived, boys?
Yeah.
So these are our stubby coolers. You've got the green, the KOKO Show, or the yellow kickoffs and kick-ons. Get on there. You can order
Fantastic.
those. There's a bunch of other merch that's about to
They're
drop.
gorgeous.
I actually think makes your beer taste better.
100% it does. And, well, hey, we're getting close to getting a beer sponsor, apparently.
Stop.
This is what we've heard. All right, hey, it's time now for Northern Hemisphere. Is it losers this week or legends? Ooh.
Losers.
No,
Losers, I think.
no,
Well,
no, legend.
Half.
The Irish.
The Irish, but then the Argentinians gave it to the French.
Yeah, but the Italians beat Tonga.
Oh, they did too.
But England lost,
Oh,
and they lost the Euros.
they lost the. Okay, so we all agreed Northern Hemisphere losers.
No, legendary.
Just NHLs.
NHL's rolling in.
Let's go.
There you go. Yes, Northern Hemisphere legends. Ireland, 25, defeated the Springboks, 24. What a battle of the big dogs. Battle of the Titans. Goit, first of all, what does this mean for world rankings? Is it like a boxing bout? Does that now mean that Ireland are the undisputed champs? Or does South Africa still sit on top of that mantle?
Well, I think before Ireland came over, South Africa was saying that you need to win a World Cup to be number one.
Right.
Or win two of those tests. Come when they get to South Africa, win both those tests. So according to them, no. I don't know where it actually puts them. But as far as the game goes, it was a bloodbath. They're going to need some donors, I reckon. South Africa and Ireland. No, but genuine. There was claret everywhere from the start to the finish. It was a good, solid test match. I thought Ireland had control for the first half. They were in front. Then the second half, obviously, South Africa showed, their experience. They're big game players. They just clawed their way back in just through ill discipline, a lot of penalties, no tries for South Africa, which I thought was a bit strange. I think it was 8 penalty kicks. Was that right? 24 points. And then when they actually got ahead, I thought that they were going to run away with it and just close the game out. But like a good story, like Rudy, back in the movie, the redheaded came on.
I thought he was just bleeding. Was he redhead?
He is unbelievably red. Like my older brother. So it was a real feel-good story for Ireland, of course.
Kieran Frawley just slotted two very long range.
Magnificent. Both over 40 metres.
Just
there's some good subtleties in the way that the Irish are attacking. That first try to Conor Murray, what they do, they've done it. They did it last week off a drop goal receipt as well. They've just they hit it up and then set up the play where the outside runner forward coming around the corner has a player inside him, but then he almost goes on an overs back towards the ruck, and then a hidden player comes in from behind. So it splits the two defenders, and then they went through. He then linked up with Conor Murray. So it's not just all brute force and physical forward running. They've actually got some nice subtleties in their forward play as well, and they're just able to sort of open up that Springbok defence. But look, is the best game of the weekend. Arguably, well, not arguably, the two best teams in the world going at each other. Who knows about it? I guess it's irrelevant who's world number one.
I'll tell you what was impressive. Like, you know how big that Boks team is? Like, they're a powerful beast. Like, that outfit it's huge. And for Ireland scrum to be dominated by the South African pack, just how they maintained, their positional play, their composure, and were able just to keep attacking. Like, impressive.
Yeah, they just had to adapt. Right?
Do you reckon that's something, though? Yeah, that's something that you probably talk about. You know that you're coming up against a real strong scrum. Let's look to go to lineouts. Let's play a bit quicker.
Yeah.
100%.
I think they also the week before, Drew, that inside play that you're talking about, it was off a drop kick as well. So it's almost like a 2-phase, 3-phase attack that they pre-planned. Yeah. And it worked 2 weeks in a row, which I thought was strange that it would work the second time.
I think we covered that over in the World Cup. It's like they're so clear on their blueprint or their attacking map that everyone's aware of everyone's role. So I guess everyone's understands each other's roles, so they know what position to be in and the potential outcomes on each play. And then, like you said, Gitz, they're clearly doing their homework. They're probably discussing or having what-ifs conversations amongst the group. What are we doing if we're 5 behind, 3 minutes to play? What are we doing if our scrum's struggling? What are we doing if our line-out's not functioning? And, I mean, it's just when you're having those conversations and players are absorbing that, taking that on and gaining that kind of rugby intelligence. I mean, when it comes to those moments in the game and you're able to make clear decisions,
So they only won 56% of their own feeds into the scrum. So would Ireland have known that going in, that was going to happen?
Well, I mean, remember the last scrum of the game before when the Springboks were literally jogging through them, right? So they would have known, they would have identified it was probably going to be an area where they might struggle. But off the back of it, they've just got to play quick, play up tempo, or reset their line defensively if they're giving away penalties. You've just got to adapt and find other ways to get back into the game because perhaps that platform wasn't going to work for them. So it's not often when you've got two teams of that calibre and one key area of your attacking platform is getting dominated to then still be in the fight and then find a way to win. So like a really, really impressive performance from Ireland.
Hey, Gitz,
I thought also that, that 6-2 bench for South Africa probably hurt him a little bit with Villy LaRue getting knocked out early in the game. That would have hurt a lot of their... I thought also the way that they play with his left foot, being able to clear territory, play field position, that probably hurt him a little bit. But from a South African point of view, I thought Dialande was amazing. Like, I don't think he gets the raps that he deserves. He doesn't get spoken about how good he is as a player, but also how much he adds to the team as well. I thought he was great, as well as Peter Steph Detroit. He's always there or thereabouts for man of the match.
We spoke about Ches Doggy's little off-the-ball efforts earlier. The last play of the game before Frawley hits it from deep, he attempted to time the charge down, and then was he taken out?
No, he slid. He
slipped. He slipped, son. He slipped. Yeah.
You know what? Imagine if he did get hands on that ball.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't just scamper like that because he just wouldn't give up.
He doesn't give up.
He doesn't give up. Amazing.
Friend of the pod.
Massive friend of the pod. Best friend of the pod. Hey, here's a question. You're all very competitive guys. World Rugby, when they decide to make series out of 2 games or an even number, when it's the top 2 teams in the world and the whole world, like this amazing advertisement for this sport, would you be pretty pissed off if you were Ireland or South Africa?
It feels a little bit unfinished, doesn't it? I mean, these schedules were locked in a long time ago, and I think it was actually commitment to an agreement for. I don't know who South Africa play next week, but So Portugal, right? So it's the commitment to an agreement about playing second-tier nations. So that's why Australia playing Georgia, South Africa playing Portugal. So that's why all these series are only just 2-game series. So there's good and bad, right? It's great that they're getting exposure and these tier 2 nations are getting exposure to play the tier 1. But then the downside of that is we don't get to see 3-game series. And I mean, outside of, the Springboks and Ireland have 1-1, but New Zealand and England 2-0.
Argentina, France are 1-1.
Oh, that's true. And Oz obviously 2-0 against Wales. But it's one of those things, right? I think for the growth of the game, like you're saying, the growth of the game, great investment, 2 best teams in the world, play a third, but also for the growth of the game, play against tier 2 nations that wouldn't otherwise get an opportunity. So it's 2 ways to look at it. Either way, that's locked in. And
would you, if you were playing for either of those teams, would you play an unsanctioned match where you just get a WhatsApp group and you go, let's meet down at the field near the and let's just have a proper tussle here?
It depends.
No cameras. Oh, they play for cash. I forgot that the love of the game was dead.
You know what I did see on socials? I'm not sure where I saw it. It might be in Rugby Pass. But Bundy Archie, after the game, shirt off in some sort of like balcony type setup at a late night venue. And they're playing, what's in your hair? And then he was up there saying, because they, of course, the Irish say Bundy, but then he got drowned out by all the South Africans and like, going, Rassy. But it was actually a really cool, like, kind of special moment where, both countries, whilst they've been fierce on the field, just getting around each other off the field. But Bundy lost that one. It was definitely Rassy.
A couple of things. We mentioned this last week. Apparently that colour that they're wearing is called hyper jade. Someone wrote that on our comments.
Yeah.
And the reason that they're wearing that uniform, apparently, I don't know how true this is because that's what they lost to Ireland in the World Cup. And so it's the psychological.
It's not a good reason.
No? Okay. Glad I brought it up.
Although did they wear it on the weekend again?
Yeah.
They lost in it. So what do they do next time?
I guess that's just what they wear from now on.
Yeah.
Very, very odd. All right. Hey, the other massive clash that took place was the All Blacks playing against England. Swoop. I had to feel a little bit sorry for England. I mean, they would have almost felt like this was it.
Oh, I said it last week. I didn't think they could match the intensity of that first game, but they did.
Yeah.
Like from whistle to whistle, Prof. Genuine arm wrestle.
Yeah.
Genuine.
It was a great game to watch. Marcus Smith's 2 crossfield kicks for tries, pinpoint accuracy, amazing stuff.
I really like how he plays. But a lot of impressive performances out there. I mean, Talea, he was very very, very good.
Jeez, he's good.
I mean, I think the All Blacks turned over the ball 14 times at the breakdown, so they're applying a lot of pressure. And I think that'd be influence on the match, but. I mean, it was tight. Was it Beauden Barrett's influence coming off the bench?
Well, arguably, yeah. I mean, he was enormous. He just sort of reminded everyone that he's, whilst he's gone off and played in Japan, and some people see that as maybe, stepping away from the bigger arenas, but he comes back and he's so influential. I wouldn't be surprised if he finds his way back in the 15 jersey pretty quickly. The one area, though, that didn't go well for the All Blacks was their line-out. And, we talk about the Irish scrum not going well for them. The All Blacks set piece and their line-out didn't operate very well. And, of course, they lost from last year, Brodie Retallick, Sam Whitelock, these guys, so much experience and understanding and know-how in that area. But
I think it's the first time in quite a few years it's operated under 80%.
Yeah, right.
Opportunities there for Schmitty.
Gits, are they fallible? Are the All Blacks, are we finding little chinks in the armour here, Gits?
Well, we've not found them. Maybe we're spotting them because we've not played them. But I see where you're going. I don't want to put too much pressure on the Wallabies, but I think we'll crush the All Blacks. But to Swoop's point, I thought England, exact same. I didn't think that they could. I just thought the All Blacks would have found a better way to expose that line speed or the way they defend. But it's just it just keeps coming. I thought they were really impressive, England. This was another cracking test match as well.
Obviously, we just spoke to babyface Jonathan Davies, but did you see babyface Finn Baxter for the English, the prop? He looked like that young Darcy kid that came out with a trophy with me. He looks like a boy.
But he's 22.
22, yeah. And it was his first start on the weekend. Did a very good job, but geez, he looks young.
Yeah, he does.
What's that movie? That movie ages ago. John Travolta was in it, and the babies can talk. Look who's talking.
Look who's talking.
Isn't
Look
it?
who's
Pulp
talking
Fiction.
now. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
No.
Yeah. So the one with the little blonde curl reminds me a lot of him.
Yeah, gotcha.
Well,
That baby that can talk.
we also had, there's another forward for England, which somebody sent in a photo and asked whether Corbs and Gitz had a son. This player, Beeben Rod, if we can bring this up here, just zoom in there, Tommy, for me. Yeah.
It is.
Have you sent that to Gitz?
Yeah. That's
Have
a
you-
fair. Yeah,
It's a
that's fair.
Gidicero.
That's a fair
It's a
question.
Gidicero. Mate, what a hybrid. What a lovely mix. Look at that.
Is it
Orbiter.
Bevan or is it Bevan? I think it's Bevan.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
It's Evan.
I like
yeah.
Bevan, though.
Orbiter.
Tommy, you
Yeah.
today you told no, you told me Beeben, and I said you stitching me up here.
Anyway.
Congrats to Beeben.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And Gitz, congrats to you and Corbs. Obviously, great time in
We're
that love
pretty
nest there. And very exciting. The All Blacks, they take on Fiji in San Diego on the 20th of July. Surely Gitz, you and Ma'a will be front and centre cheering them on.
I'm waiting to see the invoices when they come through. You know what they're asking, but we fly out the next day, so we
Right.
can potentially go to the game.
Oh, Mar will be
But-
there for sure.
Yeah. I think Skux will be there, but as far as my involvement, it'd be purely financial if I was there. I'll just watch it at home. Otherwise.
Can't fault your honesty.
Cash.
All right, let's move on to Argentina 33. They defeated France 25. Yes, 1-1 now in the series. This was a cracking game of
Argentina versus the Naughty Boys.
Yeah, yes, indeed. 5 tries to 3, a running game of footy there at Buenos Aires in the afternoon. Wouldn't that be good to just sit there?
A couple of Malbecs.
Oh, jeez.
Empanadas.
God, it looked good.
Pablo Matera, 100 games. Big pubs.
Yeah, 100 caps.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So congrats to Pablo.
And your boy, Seren, he opened the scoring for the French.
Bappy.
Bappy.
All class, Bappy.
But yes, the French, they were leading with 25 minutes to go, 25-22, and then the Argentinians, 2 late tries.
French got a pretty young squad, and they're doing a good job considering also their French under-20s are playing in the final against England throughout the week as well. So French under-20s won the last 2 under-20 World Cups, going for a three-peat, but doing well considering that, because I think Big Tuolangi is actually playing for the 20s and not for the French national team.
Yeah, how heavy is he again?
Yeah, right.
Well, he weighed in at 150 last week, but he played again in this test. So, he's going to go
Oh,
straight
no,
from this
sorry.
test. to
No, I
20?
saw something, but Tommy's just corrected me. That was the midweek game against Uruguay, so he is playing there. So he's actually not playing for the under.
Yeah, no, he did play in the test.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching this game. I thought France looked more dangerous when they had the ball. Any time that they were given space and time, like they've got a good depth. Their young players are great. I thought Baptiste Serrin, your mate, Swoop, he was a good captain. He played really well. Just attacking all the time, and he takes the right choices. I thought Carreras from Argentina had a good game, a lot better than he did the week before. His kicking was good. He scored a try. He's just more dangerous when he attacks the line. So I thought as he started to attack the line and Argentina started to get their stranglehold on the game, they started to tighten up, their discipline a bit more, the rolling maul, the forward scrum penalty. I thought that scrum penalty before halftime was probably when momentum probably shifted to their side. But I wasn't overly impressed. I think it's good for them to get their first win under Contemponey, but I wasn't overly impressed with them. I thought the French team, out of the 2 of them, were more impressive.
There you go. So we're going to Schmidt it in against the Pumas as well?
Look, I don't want to put pressure on the boys, but we're going to fucking smash the Pumas.
Love the confidence. All right, lots of other international matches took place on the weekend. We don't want to cop flack in the comments for not covering them in depth like this. Italy 36, they defeated Tonga 14.
Yeah.
Scotland.
Big result.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Coleman played for Tonga as well.
There you go. Very good. Italy. Italy. Where are they in the world now, Tom? They're
still in Italy.
You are on to
Mate.
This is your day.
See what a win does for this bloke?
Yeah.
They're 9th in the world.
Yeah. Right.
Scotland, they defeated the USA 42-7.
Goy, what's happening with your adopted home country?
Well, I mean, I think the week before that game that they lost against Romania, I think it was, that was more of an upset. This week, I don't know. Scotland picked a good team. They were just out-muscled.
Yeah.
Well, Scotland, they're 6th in the world, so they're a decent side. Difficult to come up against. Samoa, they were 34 over Spain 30.
That was a tough one.
Wow.
Yeah.
While we're at it,
Back-to-back wins for Samoa as well.
Yeah.
they're playing very well. While we're at it, our social snitch this week, real quick, if we can do it. Tommy, just bring this up. This is an interesting one. The reason I bring it up is because it involves Spain.
Okay.
There is a rugby pub in Spain. And a gentleman sent this in. The rugby tournament in Salou, Spain, opening up at 9 a.m. for the All Blacks, followed by the Wallabies, has a nice wee pic of Biv in the urinal, winning in 2014. Strange it being hung in the urinal, though.
Me being in the urinal, or a pic of me in the urinal?
A pic of you in the urinal. I'm not
Is
sure.
that being hung, like as in length hung?
No, I
Or
believe.
hungover?
I think it's
No, hung up.
on the wall. Have you got the
Oh.
picture there, Tommy? Can you just show us what it is? We've got a little video here. So if you go into this particular rugby pub in Spain, they're advertising the games there. Donegal, Galway. There's the urinal, and there you are.
Oh, well, Goit's also next to me. He's on the other side of Johnny there.
Yeah.
There we are.
Oh, there he is. Yep, very
Couple
good.
of the boys.
Yep.
Just in facing the urinals in Spain.
Yeah. How good.
Very good. Georgia 25 defeated Japan 23. Eddie cannot catch a break. Georgia, they're looking good coming up
They're
against
going
us
to be
next
tough.
weekend.
Yeah. Brutal at set piece time. They're really starting to kick on. There's been a lot of chat about them being included in the Six Nations for a number of years, and results like that against nations like Japan in Japan.
Tough to win.
Only
There.
going to get louder.
Biv, you've usually got your finger on the pulse. That Gorgozi, the 10, is he related to Mamuka, or is that like a Smith in Australia?
I'm not exactly sure, but thanks for bringing up Mamuka, because it's actually Mamuka Gorgodzi, the godfather of Georgian rugby. It's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Mooks.
There you go. You had an interesting story before we started, Gits, about Mooks.
Oh, I was just off the back of Drew's one when he said he'd flog Ali a couple of episodes back. We had a quarterfinal against Racing in Paris, and I threw the ball to Ma, and Ma went to throw it to someone else, and Mooks was in the way, Mamuka Gorgozi. He's gone, fuck, Mooks, get out of the way. Mamuka's English isn't great. Like, it's good enough, but he thought that he was getting challenged. So then straight after that, while the game's still going, he's chasing after Skux, saying, you said fuck to me? And then Skux run all the way going, no, I just said, like, fuck, get out of the way, and had to, like, clear it up. But he's a maniac. Great fella, but a maniac.
Happy birthday to,
Yeah.
to the maniac. How old would he be? Do we know?
Not sure. He'd probably be around 40 or so.
Looks to be, I reckon, around, maybe, well, it's hard to say, the Georgians, but I would say 39, because it wasn't really, didn't seem too elaborate, his celebrations.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
39. Canada 35. They defeated Romania 22. So congratulations to those crazy
Keep your energy up,
Canadians.
Prof.
Sorry, those crazy Canadian bastards. Well done. Nice work. All right. Hey, all that's left to do, gents, is final thoughts. You did well last week. Let's recap that, actually.
Well, actually, Goit, didn't you say your predicted headline was going to be a blackout?
All black
Yes.
blackout.
And then we
Yes, I
saw
did.
it on
I did say
another
that.
rugby page on the socials.
Rugby pass
Rugby
used it.
Pass, they've used it.
Oh,
I don't want to say
those
that they're.
bastards.
Hey,
So-
hang on a second.
I don't want to say it's plagiarism,
Mate,
but
this is starting to repeat itself. They're going to serial repeat offence
yeah,
status here.
Listen, I'm going to be honest.
I like Jim.
I don't do that often. I've read that before. They've done an all black blackout. So that's why it came to me. I thought they were going to flog them, though, England. So I was kind of wrong, but I was right with the headline.
there you go.
I saw something about back-to-back. So I had a bit of a win there too.
You did. You won there. But unfortunately, Razzie erases Island.
Yeah, I lost that.
Hey, you've had a great day, though.
Yeah.
You've had a good outing.
Yeah.
Why don't you finish it off with a final thought for this week?
Final thought.
So, obviously, you have South Africa taking on Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
You have the All Blacks taking on Fiji. You have us taking on Georgia.
Yeah, so, okay, I'm going to go with Wallabies Schmidt it in. 3-zip. Schmidt 3. Rest of the world 0. Nada. Nothing.
Okay,
All of that.
The full,
that's the whole
the full headline. All right. Swoop.
Oh, you know what? I might just add a little bit of an extension on the last week. Wallabies back to back to back.
Okay. The 3-backed beast.
The 3-back.
Loved it. You, Goit, what do you want to do?
Oh, I wish All Blacks were playing Wales because I would have gone Blacks Snapdragon because they're playing at Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego.
Jeez.
I know, but unfortunately, there's no Dragons in Fiji. So I think we'll just say rugby's the winner at Snapdragon.
Yeah, like it.
So, well, you're right for next week. That's great. Well done. Very, very good. All right, that was your final thoughts. Just very big thanks to 4 and 20. They were on board with us for 3 weeks. We would like them to continue for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
It makes sense for them to continue.
It does. So I think the way that you can help us if you're watching this show, 2 things you can do. One, go and get yourself a pie or a sausage roll. Or
It doesn't have to be hot either, Prof.
No, I've learnt that. So Coles, Caltex, anything like that. But maybe also in one of the comments page, you can write what your favourite pie is or why you love 4 and 20 or why next time you go to Australia, you're going to fill a suitcase full of 4 and 20.
Basically, we're begging.
Yes, just jump on. Say how much you've loved 4 and 20. Hopefully they'll continue with us for the rest of the year. If not, it's a big thanks to them for their support. Finally, the live show. Make sure you get on kickoffs and kickons.com. The 3 of us will be there next weekend putting on a grand old show.
What's the theme dress code? What are we doing? Is it KOKO kit?
Oh, we can discuss.
Yeah.
Probably a bit of Coco merch.
Yeah, I like KOKO, man.
Bit of Polo Ralph Lauren as well. Also, big thanks to IHG. They put me up over the weekend down there at the Voco. Celeste, nice little bottle of rosé in my room.
But also in Singapore too,
And
right?
in Singapore as well.
Massive thanks to
Mate,
IHG.
good old IHG.
Very, very good. All right. All that's left to do is thank Polo Ralph Lauren again for being our major naming sponsor. The kit's outstanding. We all feel and look terrific. And you can get that at myer.com.au or at all Myer stores. All I've got written here is Hugo singing, but he's knocked that on the head, the prick.
Has he?
Yeah. Maybe.
Soft.
But it's what the people want. And we're a podcast that likes to give what the people want.
Yeah, we're all about the people. Clearly, our production team isn't.
No. Would you like to sing Horses for us just to take us out?
People don't want to hear that.
Mate, you got a good voice. What about
Mate.
Drops of Jupiter?
Oh.
That's his go-to.
No, I'll just give you a Coco.
Okay.
Good sesh, lads.
Oh, wow. That is the best video on YouTube. You know what you need to do now? You need to like and subscribe down there. Or if you want extra content, might be down there, you need to go up here or up here and get more of that gear. Thanks for supporting Kickoffs and Kick-Ons, and we will see you very soon.